Dann wollen wir mal. Okay, das habe ich gerade noch im Augenwinkel gesehen und auf geht's.
Dear friends, I bid you welcome. I hope the night was not too short. Your Eminence, Duchess, Monsieur de Richet, allow me to introduce our new guests. They arrived during the night. Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs and close aide of Frederick William II, King of Prussia. Napoleon Bonaparte, Lieutenant of the French Revolutionary Army. And Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. Unfortunately, my friends, Lord Mortimer will not be joining us this morning, but he should be with us later. So, let us begin.
What is Mortimer playing at? He tells me to come urgently and he sends no one to meet me?
Ja.
It is remarkable.
Thank you again for the wine, Your Eminence. It is served every day at the king's table.
I am delighted to hear it.
Volner and Piaggi seem to be getting along well.
My friend.
My dear Johann, how are you?
Glad to make landfall at last. And yourself?
Very well.
And your husband?
He's poorly. The French Revolution gives him terrible headaches.
Oh, I understand. I shall feel better too, as soon as the situation is settled.
If by chance the French crisis is emulated in Berlin, there will always be a refuge for you in London, my dear.
Your offer does you honor, Emily. But London is much closer to Paris than Berlin. Beware. The French are capable of sailing up the Thames straight to the Houses of Parliament.
Oh, my friend, I am shaking in my clogs.
Super Gespräche. Hier kann ich nichts checken.
A Prussian-Britannic coalition is not good for France. The last time we fought against them, our empire went up in smoke.
Is the wine to your liking?
Very much so, Sir Gregory. Such complexity. Typically French. A Sauterne, isn't it?
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, this is not Lord Mortimer's favourite wine. It is yours.
In his absence, I have taken the liberty of making a slight deviation from the rule, but I count on your discretion.
Don't worry, I appreciate the same grape varieties as you. I remember the last time we tasted that nectar here at this table. The finest minds of the century were present.
And the last time we drank it, the orphanage in Bloomsbury was still in ruins.
Would you repeat that?
Oh, well, I put some small effort into the works. The orphanage reopened just before Christmas. The bedrooms, washrooms, and the classrooms had all been refurbished.
I don't know what to say. You have given the girls a wonderful Christmas gift. Thank you.
I made a promise. Now it is done.
Ich kann nichts gönnen. Ich kann nichts gönnen.
Is everything all right?
Yes, thank you. I had a moment of absence, but here I am again.
Ja. Washington fragen, was er von Wollner hält. Emily fragen, was sie von Wollner hält. Wollner näher kennenlernen.
My lord, I only know the prestige of your name. Might I have the honor of getting to know you a little better?
You are Monsieur
Louis Maurice de Richet.
de Richet. De Richet. A name with a nobiliary particle. Are you descended from a noble line?
Trotz aller Bürgerlichkeit.
The presence of a particle does not necessarily mean a person belongs to the nobility, nor does it prevent the observance of the rules of etiquette, Monsieur von Bonner.
Okay, hier kann ich nicht scannen.
Have you any information on this Napoleon?
Einige, aber keiner aus dem Spiel.
What do you think, madam? What is this Bonaparte doing here?
The presence of a soldier is never a good sign. It can only mean there's going to be further war. To answer your question, I only know that his family were in favor of the revolution. and that it almost cost them their lives.
Thank you, that's helpful.
Monsieur de Richet?
Ja, hier
It
bin
would
ich.
seem we have common interests. Could we speak in private, please?
Na klar, habe ich kein Problem mit. Ich hoffe, die stört die Nase auf der Nase, die Narbe auf der Nase nicht. Du schubst mich da aber nicht runter, ja?
Lord Mortimer and the Golden Order, through your mother, have concluded a financial agreement.
Stay composed, Louis. I'm listening.
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother. You must know that I am deeply sorry about their disappearance, but I must validate the deal urgently if I want to be able to organize things properly.
I haven't seen Lord Mortimer yet. I'm afraid I'll be unable to answer your questions.
He assured me that you could replace your mother during her absence.
I appreciate his confidence, but still, this is a bit hasty. But please continue.
Of course, but I need to know if I can count you among my allies.
Well, of
Warum
course.
nicht?
And for that, I have a little question for you. The agreement stipulates an aid of 50,000 louis d'or for 200 cannon.
I've only just taken over the affair. The agreement will be considered.
Berausch, du hast in einem Kapitel 4 Konsummittel eingenommen oder ein schädliches Mittel konsumiert. Der Dialogtimer wird nicht mehr angezeigt.
Null and void until we've gone through it together. Is that clear?
All right, you seem to know what you're doing. I have one last question I would like to pose to you. We don't know each other yet, you and I. And I need to make sure that we both share the same vision for the future of France. Given the hard times that have befallen our beautiful country, what do you think it would take to restore its luster?
Nationalkonvent wird Erfolg haben.
It's time for Girondins and Montagnards to come together at last and give rise to a republic worthy of all the spilled blood. Both parties must put an end to their petty quarrels for the good of all.
You must be joking, my friend. Neither side will ever accept the advice of the other. It's simply a lost cause.
Okay,
It is remarkable.
The
Konterrevolution.
revolution was a good thing, but it gave birth to a monster. We must overthrow the new system in place.
Ah, you are right. Monsieur de Richet, I am reassured. I am very happy to have met you. Lord Mortimer was right to put his trust in you. I hope to work with you in the very near future. I would like to thank you for your support by offering you this humble little gift.
Oh, danke.
Reflections on the revolution in France. Monsieur Bonaparte, I thank you for this gesture, and please know that I, too, am delighted to have met you.
My friends, I would like to say a few words, please.
Hau rein.
I would like to thank Lord Mortimer, and you, Sir Holm, for bringing us all together here. Those of us for whom it is not the first time here, like me, are all trembling in sweet anticipation of the arrival of our host. For the rest, I would like to reassure you that Lord Mortimer always has a few surprising projects to propose. But I can assure you that each and every one of us has always benefited from them. The last time I came to this place, Lord Mortimer offered to help me in my electoral campaign for the presidency of the United States. And it is imminently clear that his support was an invaluable aid to us. We are here among like-minded people. So let us put aside the conflicts in which some of our nations find themselves at present. So I raise my glass in honor of you all, my new and old friends.
I trust you shall not be disappointed, Mr. Washington.
Washington is a very gifted speaker. Leave him for 5 minutes with sworn enemies and he'll convince them to be friends for life.
Right.
Yeah.
We shall meet again tomorrow. All the guests will be present, as well as Lord Mortimer, I hope. Until then, I trust you will find plenty to keep you amused.
Bestimmt, ja. Darf mich hier nicht mehr umgucken, oder? Naja. Ich habe die Nachricht von Mutter im Buch gefunden. Ich habe Elizabeth Adams dazu gebracht, mit mir über ihre Mutter zu sprechen. Ich habe Elizabeth Adams ihren Talisman zurückgegeben. Ich habe die Gäste beim Dinner getroffen. Ich habe Napoleon bewiesen, dass ich ein würdiger Nachfolger meiner Mutter bin. Ich habe Elizabeth Adams Zimmer durchsucht. Ich habe keinen Erfolg gehabt, aber ich habe einen Teil beschmutzt. So, ich habe die Nachricht meiner Mutter im Buch gefunden, aber ich habe einen Teil beschmutzt. Alternative Wege. Ich hätte Napoleons Zimmer durchsuchen können. Jetzt nicht das Schlimmste, was passieren konnte, ne? Okay, erfüllte Ziele, freigeschaltet, lala. Gefundene Gegenstände. Ich bin ein Meister der Überzeugung, hab da Stufe 2. 11 Punkte nötig für Stufe 4. Ich hätte jetzt aber gerne... mehr Ablenkung, mehr Politik, mehr Sprachen und... Ja, komm, mach ich Kultismus voll. Habe ich wenigstens da schon was. Benutze ein Goldelixier, um die negativen Effekte aufzuheben. Das habe ich aber schon gemacht gerade. Und irgendwer bleibt da stehen. Ah, it's me.
Alright, let's recap. Before dinner, I was going to investigate my mother's message. I've got to find the place where all eyes size you up.
Mich alle Augen mustern. Kann ich noch nicht lesen. Hier habe ich Überzeugung, Sieg, Etikette, Ablenkung. Überzeugung. Und los geht's. Ich muss den Ort finden, wo mich alle Augen mustern. Kann ich hier spielen? Kann ich noch irgendwas essen hier? Ich kann mit dem Papst sprechen, mit der Eminenz. Goldelixier? Nee, Erdsternchen.
The lock is surrounded by a triple circle.
Triple Circle hatte ich noch nicht, glaube ich. Schloss knacken. Schlüssel habe ich noch nicht gefunden.
Circe.
Circe. Wer will's mit Kirke? Und was geht hier? Kann ich wieder Schloss knacken? Gegenstand dazugehört Schlüssel mit okkultem Erdsymbol. Ups. Ich könnte aus der Tür rausgehen, aber ich will noch mal mit dem mir sprechen. Und hier?
Dining on ham. Well, that's very appetizing.
Ja. Sieht erregend, ja. Der Kirchenkollege bleibt da. Das ist...
This painting has caused some debate. Who did Dosi paint? Alcina the fairy or Circe the magician?
Ja, gute Frage. Hier sind überall Schmetterlinge, was mich ein bisschen irritiert. Aber was soll's. Du bist...
Romney painted Lady Hamilton as Circe.
Alles über Circe hier. Und hier?
Circe preparing wine. What better trap for Ulysses?
Genau.
Discourse on the Method by Descartes. This book changed the way I looked at the world.
Okay. Hier kann ich auch noch rausgehen, will ich aber nicht.
The Conversion of Ulysses by Gurs. Circe changing Ulysses' companions into swines.
Ja, in die Schweinchen da. Gut, was haben wir hier noch? Nichts.
A swine
Ja.
in a salon? That's an odd choice of decor.
Ja, gibt Stimmung, glaube ich. Okay, Kirchendude, was willst du?
Well, Your Eminence, do you still have any room left?
Ah, my son, the sin of gluttony is the most difficult of all in my eyes. Nevertheless, what a charming moment we have had together. I'm delighted I was able to talk to Mr. von Wollner. We hadn't spoken to each other for an eternity.
Yes. I noticed that Your Eminence knew a fair number of people at the table.
The benefit of age, my son. This isn't my first invitation to Lord Mortimer's. You will see, it's the perfect place to make new friends. Indeed, I noticed that you and Mr. Bonaparte had already begun.
Ja.
Ah, I adapt quickly to local customs. It's what I was taught.
And you are right to do so, my son. But tell me, have you had any news of your mother since your arrival?
Alas, still nothing, Your Eminence. But I still haven't been able to meet Lord Mortimer.
Do not worry. It is typical of him. What can I say? Lord Mortimer is a very busy man. I should think you are beginning to worry.
Möglicherweise.
Well, I must admit, Your Eminence, indeed it does worry me.
I understand, Louis. But continue to have faith in Sarah. You'll see, I'm sure, that in a few days we'll all be laughing together.
Denke ich auch.
That's all I hope for, Your Eminence. But while I have you with me, I have a question for you.
Well, go ahead, Louis. What can I do for you?
If I said to you, where all eyes size you up, would it mean anything to you?
I don't know if it's the place you're looking for, Louis, but it makes me think of the portrait gallery.
There's a
Jetzt, wo
gallery
du's
here?
sagst.
Can you tell me where to find it, please?
Of course. Just go through the door at the end. It will lead into the library. Continue all the way through, and you'll end up in the gallery. You'll see it, Louis. When you get there, you'll know.
Thank you very much, Your Eminence.
Vielen Dank.
On that last word, then, I shall leave you to fight your demons. See you later, Your Eminence.
See you later, my son.
Danke für den Tipp. Ich wäre jetzt nämlich durch die andere Tür gegangen, glaube ich. Hier war nichts mehr, gut. Let's see about that. Lass uns mal sehen, was hier war. Oh Gott. Wieso muss eigentlich jede Bibliothek... Oh Gott, ist das tief. Das ist ja echt mal eine Bibliothek hier. Und Elixier. Alles nur aufgemalt. Bis auf das Buch hier.
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
Okay.
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mother expressly forbade me from reading it.
Na dann. Was haben wir hier? Gelee Royal.
A few pages out of an old encyclopedia.
Okay.
An old sesterce from Roman Gaul.
Ich klaue hier die ganze Zeit Münzen. Ey, das ist... Andere würden mich dafür rausschmeißen. Okay, wir sind jetzt im Galeriezimmer, nehme ich an. Bild hängt hier auch. Okay, ja.
Where all eyes size you up.
Naja, fast alle.
Chances are, that's the room my mother spoke of. And she also spoke of a Medusa. Should I go and try to find the creature now?
Ja, finde den Ort, den Mutter gesucht hat, habe ich abgeschlossen. Und ich muss jetzt die Medusa finden.
Liberty or Death by Regnault. Well, I'll take liberty, please.
Ja, nehme ich auch.
I do understand his choice, even though it seems radical.
Okay, was haben wir hier?
Allegory regarding the decoration of the rights of men. That's the least you could say.
Ach, okay.
Ah, painting Written by Ingres. Molière dining with Louis XIV.
Ja.
The king's posture is surprising. It's almost as if he's addressing someone in the assembly.
Okay. Was haben wir hier? War da nicht eben ein blauer Punkt? War das nur ein Spiegel? Okay, was haben wir hier?
Celia. That name means nothing to
Ja.
me.
Macht mir auch nichts. Kann nicht raus. Ich gucke mir jetzt das Bild an vom letzten Abendmahl. Ups.
Carmelite water will give me a little reprieve. The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. The last day before his crucifixion, Jesus announces that he will be betrayed by one of his disciples.
Ja. Das sagt mir auch noch was. Und dann hängt er hier.
Christ Crucified by Velázquez. Look, someone's left a note there. Reserved for the Duke of Alquidia.
Okay. Dann kriegt das der Duke von Arcadia. Das fand ich schon immer hübsch, das Bild, obwohl es irgendwie auch traurig ist. Das kenne ich nicht. Was haben wir hier denn?
The Song of Roland. Roland feeleth his death is near, his brain is oozing by either ear. With his brain oozing, it's already remarkable that he can feel anything.
Ja.
Ah, François Ier, Receiving the Holy Family, a painting by Raphael.
Und eine Kiste. Bernstein, Gratulation, du hast 4 Bernsteinstücke eingesammelt. Deine maximale Konzentration steigt um 1 Punkt.
Amber crystals.
Gut, dann schaue ich mir das große Ding hier noch an.
The Fall of Phaeton, another painting by Rubens. Poor Phaeton,
Ja.
struck by lightning for borrowing his father's chariot and losing control of it. Moral, don't steal dad's chariot.
Glaub nicht Papas Auto, ja? Hier komme ich raus, wenn ich den könnte. Hier ist nochmal ein Bernstein.
Amber crystals. The Company by Rembrandt.
Okay, Rembrandt hängt hier auch. Und
A meeting between Louis XIV and Philippe V. I wonder why Mortimer's particularly fond of this painting.
ja, gute Frage. Achso, ja, das war Roland. Das Lied von Roland, ja. Aber hier kann ich mich setzen. Und mir den Apparat angucken, wo sich vieles drehen kann, ja. Das Buch hier macht gar nichts und ich gehe in die andere Hälfte des Raums. Such eine Medusa. Du bist keine Medusa. Aber es scheint so, als würdest du dich freuen. Nee, ist einfach nur kurz. Erreichen kann ich nicht. Ey, hier steht viel zu viel hoch. Also hier ist viel zu hoch. So. Schlossknacken kann ich auch noch nicht. Aber ich habe die Medusa. Okay, soweit so. Juhu. Natürlich drehen und
I've
mal
got to
was.
find out what Mother was trying to do with her. The Medusa. A hero armed with a sword? A hero with a lantern. And the
Und ein
last
Schild.
one holding a shield. I'll stake my life on it. All the statues form a single scene together. The poor devils are about to face the beast. Let's give them a helping hand.
Okay, ich muss jetzt das Medusa-Rätsel lösen. Ich kann die Statue drehen. Kann ich irgendwas analysieren dabei? Werte Laterne beurteilen.
When I see the lantern and the shield, I can't help thinking back to my childhood. Mr. Dorfer, our teacher. As soon as the sun came out, I got a kick out of distracting him with the inkwell by deflecting the light with it. I'd turn it in such a way as to direct a spot of light onto his face. Not strong enough to dazzle him, but just enough to annoy him.
Okay, ja.
Hey, what if I tried to annoy the Medusa with the lamp on the shield? Position it just right, and it might work.
Okay. Zum Helden mit dem Schild. Kann ich den untersuchen? Nö, aber zum Held mit der Medusa ist der schon. Okay, sie kann ich auch nicht untersuchen, ja? Okay. Er kann sich zur Medusa drehen, was ihm aber nicht helfen wird. Denn sie guckt jetzt zu dem mit dem Schild.
It looks right, but nothing's happening. Maybe, in this position, the hero with the shield is just dazzling his colleague.
Ja, so.
If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa. Except for here, it doesn't work. There must be something else.
Er muss zum Helden mit dem Schild gucken. Nee, er muss zur Medusa gucken.
If I respect the legend, I have to place the hero holding the shield in front of the Medusa. Except for here, it doesn't work. There must be something else. The origin of myths, a reinterpretation of legendary creatures. Just what I need.
Das habe ich jetzt nur per Zufall
The text is
gesehen.
in French on the left-hand page and in Latin on the right hand. Let's find the chapter on the Medusa.
Okay.
There's an extra line in the Latin translation. The nightlight was reflected in the shield and blinded the monster. So the hero with the sword seized the opportunity and cut off its head.
Ja. Französischen
Hang on.
Text.
This version is significantly different from the regular one. It recounts how
Mhm.
men have always belittled women in society. Harpies, mermaids, the chimera, the hydra, the gorgons. Ah, the section on the Medusa. While some of the heroes divert attention from the Gorgon, the hero with the sword brandishes his weapon at the Medusa.
Okay, ich wollte den
There's an extra line in the Latin translation. The nightlight was reflected in the shield and blinded the monster. So the hero with the sword seized the opportunity and cut off its head.
Okay. Der Schild steht noch falsch. Das Schild muss, wie ich schon gedacht habe, zu dem Schwertkämpfer. Weil dann zum blendet und er kann hauen. Ja, das muss ja um die Ecke. Und da tut sich was im Briefkasten, wollte ich gerade sagen. Das habe ich nicht erwartet.
Rah! For Pete's sake, Emily! You scared the pants off me. Don't ever do that again.
Well, keep your nose out of my business then.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop fooling around and tell me what you're doing here.
I was feeling a bit peckish. I went in search of the kitchen and I ended up here.
Your sense of direction is mind-boggling, isn't it? Well, no matter. I'll tolerate your presence this one time. Now, since you're here, make yourself useful. Look around on your side. I'll do the same on mine. And if you find anything of interest, let me know.
Oh yeah, in your dreams. At your service, madam.